All right, so you can see we've shifted locations, and we have ingredients. What have we got? What are we making?
So the bar is open.
Okay.
And
bar's
so,
always open, isn't it?
You know, I was thinking olives.
Right.
Put me in mind of a martini.
Right.
Yeah. So we've got some gin, so
okay.
a nice clean London dry gin.
Okay.
And then we've got some vermouth, and then we've got some bitters. So this is orange bitters.
Wait, are there normally bitters in a martini?
There aren't. So this is like sort of a riff on the vesper, which is the James Bond,
I hate these mixologists, right?
Okay,
I mean,
so here's the story
she references a vesper, which of course nobody knows what that is.
They know.
All right, so we've got a riff on the martini and on the vesper.
Yeah, kind of. So
okay.
The vesper is referenced in Casino Royale, and James Bond goes to the bar and orders it, and it's like 2 measures of Gordon's vodka and like 1 measure of gin.
Okay.
And then something called Quina Lillet, and Quina Lillet is no longer in production. So
okay.
The best sort of dupe we have is this Cochi Americano. It's an aperitivo, sort of along the lines of a vermouth, taking the place of a vermouth.
So like Lillet.
Yes.
There is Lillet,
yes.
But that's not Lillet anymore.
Correct. No, the Quina Lillet is a whole different thing. And so what I've done from just looking on the interwebs is it just says this is the best sort of if you're going to get close to it, this is it.
All right, so we're making a vesper.
We're making a vesper.
Okay, but I might call it a martini.
You could call it a martini. It definitely has a profile.
All right, what's
of a
in
martini. So what's in it is a London dry gin. So I'm using Beefeater.
Okay.
It's a nice clean profile gin.
Okay.
And then in place of the vermouth is going to go an aperitivo called Cochi Americano. And then we're going to add some orange bitters. And
so the bitters is what throws me. I can get, this is a vermouth substitute.
Yes.
And so is it going to be 2/3, 1/3? Is that the proportion?
Right. So the proportion that my brother-in-law specified is 3 ounces of this and 3/4 ounce of this.
Your brother-in-law, does he drink these all the time?
He's a martini expert.
Okay.
He's really crafty.
Oh, he lives in London.
That's his dad.
Oh,
his dad.
So there you go.
And he really is a fan of the martini. And I thought I never liked martinis, and then he visited. I made him one, and I made him this one, and I tasted it, and I was like, I like martinis.
I'm interested in this whole bitters idea. Are these are not the kind? I just have the.
So these are orange bitters. They're not your basic bitters. And what you want to do if you want to figure out what bitters are going to kind of taste like is that someone told me they're alcohol based. And so you sort of just rub it on your hand, and then you can kind of get the essence of it that way.
You wear that as perfume a lot. I mean, it's different. You have a bunch of bitters in your
Not intentionally.
and then you're just
I needed that. All right.
All right. So I wonder how it's going to go with olives. But we've also got a different garnish. Let's just start making.
Let's give it a try. So here we go with the 3 ounces of London dry gin.
3 ounces is enough for me. Shouldn't we go with 6 ounces?
We're gonna share.
We're gonna share. I thought we were making 2.
No, we're gonna make 1 and share.
No, one's gonna have olives. One's gonna have.
Just trust me on this.
All right. She's the expert. She's got 300 followers on Instagram.
And then
Patti with an I, 3570.
And then 3/4 of an ounce of the.
So 3 ounces of this.
Yeah.
3/4 ounce. That's not 2 parts to 1. That's 4 parts to 1.
And then I usually have to give it 3 dashes. It's gonna depend.
She just blew by my math. She's also a math teacher. And She just blew right by my math.
And then even though James Bond specified shaken, not stirred, I prefer stirring.
I have read, anything I've ever read said shaken is not the way to go. I think everyone agrees that shaken, not stirred sounds cool, but it's completely wrong. Are you in that camp?
I definitely agree. I mean, I think if anything's got citrus in it, you want to shake it.
Right.
There's no need to shake something like this.
Look at those. So those have been, here's a little pro tip. Put ice water in these glasses. Now look at these. These look beautiful. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it has a,
frosty.
what do you call it? They're frosty. It's got that on it. So, because you don't want your martini cooling down.
Right. You kind of want to dilution is sort of the 3rd or 4th ingredient here. So you want to kind of keep that under control as much as possible.
All right. Can I try this before we put anything in it?
You can, yeah.
Are you going to try it, or you know what it tastes like?
No,
I'm going to try it before we. I think think it'd be better without the orange bitters.
Do you really?
No, I don't know. It's definitely a different flavor.
It's throwing you off. I like
It
it with
is.
the orange
It's definitely
bitters.
throwing me off.
You know, I think some people, I think my maybe first experience with martinis was like basically a glass of cold gin.
What I do like though is you're making this martini with gin. Because at some point, if you order a martini like in the 90s, it's going to be vodka.
Yeah.
And it's just basically going to be cold vodka in a glass and that's all it was.
Yeah.
Which that's a shot of vodka.
Right.
I'm not at a Russian restaurant.
Right.
I want the vermouth. I want something else. I want this. I thought this one's going to have an olive in it. I like an olive in this before you bastardize it with the lemon.
Okay.
So throw an olive in here.
So you want it just like plain? You want me to like wipe off the pepperoncini?
Just
bits?
throw it in there.
All right.
I'm not as choosy as you.
All right.
All right, let's try this. Oh, look, it looks got stuff
It does
floating
look
in
kind of
there.
nice. All right. Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, that's pretty good. It is pretty good.
It is pretty good.
I mean, the olive right now isn't really adding much to this, but
Okay.
I mean, the key part of the olive is, I'm gonna guess you're a fan of this, is just letting the olive steep in there as long as it can,
For sure.
and then you just eat it at the end.
You get a snack.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, can I try it with this one?
Yeah, try.
It looks better, actually.
I don't know. I think the olive looks really nice. Let me try yours.
Oh, that's really tasty. I mean, with the orange in there, and I'm not just saying that.
I like it between the
That's
orange.
really tasty.
It brings some
It's
nice.
better
flavor
than
to
this.
it. Okay.
And I'm not even Mr. Gin. I don't drink gin hardly. I don't drink gin hardly ever. Is that an actual legitimate English sentence?
I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Anyway. Right. It's just completely nonsensical. I don't drink gin. You go to their house and they've got. You probably have 8 kinds of gin.
We just counted actually.
Oh, how many types of gin do you have?
19.
And how many kinds of rum?
Oh, I haven't counted.
That's over 19.
I don't know. Like rum is my like abiding love.
This is my entire liquor cabinet. Is here, which has, you can see it only has room for like 1 of each. So I have 1 gin, I have 1 rum, I actually have 2 tequilas for some reason. I do have 4 bourbons, but
Okay.
I mean, but I have 1 gin. But I actually have my 1 gin based on what you told me to get if I was only getting 1.
Okay, right.
Because I don't know if you noticed what it was.
I did.
What was it?
Hendrix.
Hendrix. So.
It's a solid choice.
All right, so there you go.
Anyway.
I'm Ed. That's Patti. That's Happy Foods. Well, I guess you really haven't been happy fooded.
No. But anyway.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, that is pretty tasty. All right, so here we are.
These olives are making me thirsty. I said that.
All right. I just want to see. Let's see how this looks. You want to go over here?